Hey there, YouTube. Santee from the Arizona Ghostriders here. Today I'm going to tell you a little bit about history. No, don't change your channel. History. Trust me. I'm going to take you to the historic locations where this stagecoach robbery actually happened here in 1878. Here meaning Tucson, which is where I live. And I'm going to bring you a little bit of the Old West today. Well, let me map it out first of all. There was a stagecoach robber here in Tucson in the 1870s. There were stagecoach robbers all over the place in the Old West. But in Tucson, we actually had one that gained a little bit of notoriety. I'm kind of going to tell you about it because it's actually pretty fascinating. Of course, I'll try to entertain you as much as I can. You know what? Let's get going to the sites.
Stagecoach holdups were a common occurrence in the Old West. Northern Arizona alone saw over 100 of them in a 10-year period. This mode of transportation represented easy pickings for outlaws, mainly because they traveled in remote areas and they weren't very well protected. This caused concern for the stagecoach companies and the drivers. Therefore, they typically didn't put up much resistance when held up at gunpoint. Such was the case on July 31st, 1878, just north of Tucson, when a stagecoach carrying 4 passengers, one of them being John Clum of Tombstone fame, was held up by William Whitney Brazelton. In an effort to make me not say William Whitney Brazelton again, we're just going to call the guy Bill. Bill Brazelton robbed that stagecoach and took off for other parts unknown with $37 to his name. Not a great take. But about 2 weeks later, he did it again. This time Bill made off with a lot more loot. He took about $235 of the passengers' money, including the contents of the strongbox. Well, folks, this is all that remains of the Point of Mountain stagecoach station, where the stagecoach left in 1878 to be robbed by Bill Brazelton. This could be called Point of Mountain stagecoach station for this peak right here. The stagecoach was actually traveling in a northeasterly direction, which is that way. About 7 miles up there on the Santa Cruz River, Bill struck. Not once, but actually 2 weeks later, he struck again, in the exact same spot. Okay, we're coming to you from the base of A Mountain, also known as Sentinel Peak. It's called A Mountain now because you can barely see it, but there's a big white stone A on the top for Arizona up there. There was a ranch out here, owned by a fellow named Nimitz. Now, old Bill, he threatened Nimitz, said that if he didn't help him supply for his stagecoach robberies, that he was going to kill him. So Nimitz complied. Charles Chabelle, sheriff of Tucson in 1878, was sick of these stage robberies, so he hired a tracker to look at the hoof prints left by Bill Brazelton's horse. Well, one of them was disfigured, which led the tracker all the way back to Nimitz's ranch, right here at the base of Sentinel Peak. Sheriff Chabelle threatened Nimitz and made him give up the location of the next meeting place, which was probably right there. The sheriff and 4 or 5 posse members got loaded for bear and went to this exact spot. When they did meet up with Bill Brazelton, Bill didn't see it coming, and he was shot to death. Now, in an effort to show you how it all went down, I've created a nice little dramatization. Please enjoy.
Well, therein lies the fate of William Whitney Brazelton. Oh, I said it again. Bill Brazelton. An interesting historic note is that Sheriff Chabelle and his posse took the body of Bill Brazelton and they posted it up in front of the courthouse in downtown Tucson for 2 days so that people could look. That was pretty common in the Old West, unfortunately, you know. Another interesting side note, and then I'll let you go, is the area where Bill Brazelton was shot up by Chabelle's posse was apparently marked by the locals as being haunted by Bill's ghost. And they wouldn't go there for many, many years. To this day, there's still sightings of Bill Brazelton's ghost walking around, but I think you'd be very interested in what I did there today, but, you know, it's kind of silly, don't you think? I mean, really, you know. I mean, whether you believe in ghosts or not, I mean, come on, really? Bill Brazelton's ghost? Like he's going to come in here and follow me home? But whatever. Anyway, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you on down the... See you on down the trail.